Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Sugar Kitty Mystic. Today's pick a card reading is your worst trait and how does it serve you? So I'm not sure if you've heard of the concept of alchemy and exaltation. Exaltation is when you take something and you turn it into its highest form. So in alchemy, it was trying to turn metal into gold. What we're going to do today using tarot is take some of your negative traits, some traits that you've seen as are bad or wrong or been told by others that are bad and wrong, and we're going to look for the exaltation point, for the highest expression of that trait. Because often things that we judge as negative or wrong are just coming out in negative ways. And when you can learn how to express it to its fullest at the time that it's right for, that it's useful for, then it no longer becomes a negative trait. And sometimes it can become actually your magic. So that's what this reading is about. We can get started now. For pile one, you have this moonstone here. For pile two, we have this obsidian. Okay. For pile three, we have this heart. I don't even know what it is, to be honest. So there you go. And then for pile four, pyrite. Ooh, fool's gold. Imagine finding this and being like, woohoo, gold! And it's not. It's fool's gold. It's pretty though. Anyways, when you're ready, or use your intuition to guide you to a pile, sorry. And then when you're ready, click on the timestamp in the description box to go to your reading. Welcome, pile ones. If you picked the moonstone, then you are in the right place. Let's find out what your worst trait is and how you can exalt it. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Swords in reverse. Interesting. So I feel like you have a lot of movement energy. I feel like you're oriented towards change in a way that you're kind of like a whirlwind. Okay, this is what I'm picking up on. I'll show you the cards here. I feel like it's like you're almost ready to just drop yourself into the darkness, drop yourself into the unknown, drop yourself into pain or separation. You might be someone that ghosts people a lot, like you'll just disappear. Or if something's not working, rather than try to make it work, you'll just peace out. You'll just move on. I'm getting like you don't fully attach to people. You're quick to unplug. With the Three of Swords in reverse, you could be very suspicious and untrusting of people. And this is where that's kind of coming from. You think people are out to get you. You think people think negatively of you or they might harm you. And so you peace out first. You're not afraid of like battling, I feel. Like with the Seven of Swords, you're not afraid to take on a bunch of unseen enemies. And what I feel like because of that, you're almost always ready for a fight. You're looking for a fight. You're looking for someone that's out to get you. You're looking for someone that's harming you. You're looking for who's against you. You're suspicious. Okay, so this is kind of, hopefully you get an idea of what I mean by that. This is kind of like your most negative trait right now. Okay, so we'll see, how can you exalt this? Tend to the small things. Ooh, okay, so we have the mouse spirit, very cute. I love mice. Okay, tend to the small things. So I feel like you need to, if you can, to exalt this trait is to use this on things that are smaller. So rather than just like end a relationship or end a friendship, okay, try to use this like whirlwind, ending, ready to peace energy on things that are smaller, on things that have less of a long-term impact in your life. I'm seeing that this can be really good for like leaving a harmful situation in the moment. You know, like when you're somewhere that's your intuition is like going off that you're in the wrong place or something harmful might happen. This is when this is a fire trait to have. You will just go. You peace out. You know, you're on the lookout for harm and danger and you're ready to go when the time comes. And I feel like what this is trying to say is try to use that when there's more like smaller forms of danger in a way. So like, I don't know, walking on the street at night and seeing like someone that's creepy. Use it then. Don't use it on like your friend you've had for a really long time and you think you're suspicious of them and then you're just going to peace out if you can. You know what I mean? Try to take this and use it to peace out of the situations in the moment that are negative for you so that it doesn't have as catastrophic impacts on your life. Like I'm seeing if you're working on something and it's not working, you can just stop immediately and find the solution kind of vibe. You know what I mean? You can just unplug yourself from the task and reorient yourself to do it better or reorient yourself to get the help you need in a kind of smaller, more controlled way. I don't know. Hopefully you get what I'm saying. Let me know if this is resonating. So we have, how does this serve you? So building atoms. 40. Whoo! 2 40s. Look at that. 2 40s. The synchronicity of readings right now is crazy. Like the energy must be lit because the number synchronicity just keeps going off the charts. Anyways, so 2 40s, 404, 40 40, 444, those could be very significant to you. I am getting like you're very protected is kind of this vibe that's coming through with these 40 40s. So with the building, that's so interesting for how can you use it. I feel like you can use it to build the right circumstances for you. So to know when things are wrong right away or a little bit off right away and pivot, change, use that whirlwind energy to change things so that they're better for you. And in this way, you can be constantly building the circumstance that is going to serve your highest good the most. You can be constantly building your highest joy because you're ready to change, shift focus, pull out when it's needed. Okay, rather than just like fully, you know, sometimes we can work on things like way longer than we should and it's just not working and you really need to stop or reevaluate or do something different. I'm feeling like you can channel this energy into knowing exactly when to do that and doing that really skilled. So I'm going to pull some more tarot cards to see what else comes through for how can you exalt this trait. What is the highest expression of it? I mean, it's obviously good to be able to tell when people are lying. So definitely don't feel negative about this. Like, shit. Okay, so we have balance. Dream world. Sorry, balance, temperance. I don't know why I called it balance. Very interesting. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. Okay, so temperance is the card of Sagittarius. So what I'm getting is use this energy to propel you into expansion. Use this energy to propel you forward into the next like experience that you want, into the next learning cycle, into the next thing that's going to grow you. Try to use this in a way where you're like chasing the rainbow instead of running away from the crowd. Or sorry, the cloud. The crowd. Chasing the rainbow instead of running away from the crowd. I keep saying crowd. Cloud. Interesting. Okay, because when I pulled these two cards at the start, I was thinking crowd control. And I wasn't really sure how that was relating. And I just keep pulling crowd. So crowd control. Let me know if that resonates. Maybe you're really good at controlling crowds. I don't know, like you can whirl around them. I'm not really sure how that fits. Let's see what else comes through. Okay, so we have the dream world in reverse and the Page of Pentacles here. So yeah, here's the dream world. So what I'm getting is you can take your dreams, you can take the spiritual world, and you can bring it into tangible reality with this trait. The highest expression of this trait is to know when something is no longer serving your expansion and to let it go, change course. And you can do this in little ways. You don't have to wait till, a lot of the times we wait till things are like falling apart and it's really, really obvious we need to change things. You can do this in really little ways. You can do this like just constant adaptations. When things start to feel off, you adapt to it. I'm getting like you would be really good at that. Okay, let's see what else. How can you alchemize this trait? What is the highest expression? King of Cups, yeah. And the King of Wands in reverse. Interesting. So I'm getting that you can really master emotions and intuition. You can really master the emotional and intuitive world. I am getting this will also cause you to start a lot of things and leave them half done. Okay, this may cause you to be the type of person who changes course a lot of times in their life, who changes jobs, who changes projects, who changes work ideas. That's okay though. I'm seeing like this is going to give you lots of experience. This is going to give you lots of growth, expansion, a life that really feels full and fulfilled, truly lived. If you let this kind of just move you and push you forward, pull you away from things that you don't need anymore, that no longer are helping your growth. But yeah, with this King of Wands in reverse, I am getting that you might be the type to kind of leave things unfinished. Someone who learns a lot of different skills and takes a longer time to find the one that you're going to master, because you're kind of trying new things, you're getting your feet wet, you're trying different people, things like that. This does, however, mean that you will be able to master the intuitive and emotional world. You will be able to master knowing what is right and wrong for you, knowing when someone is trustable and not trustable. And that is a truly beautiful thing. And it's a beautiful thing to have lots of skills as well. Like I don't want you to think that I'm meaning that's a negative thing, because it's not. It's just like, you know, you might be kind of like a jack of all trades type of person for a while. It might take you a little bit longer to get your footing, but this is actually serving you. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you, Pile 1. Thank you so much for tuning into this reading. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel if you want to. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Hope you have a wonderful life. Peace out. Welcome, Pile 2s. Welcome to your reading. If you picked the obsidian crystal, you are in the right place. Let's find out what your worst or most negative trait kind of right now is. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands and the Hermit in reverse. Okay, so I'm getting that you may be a little bit like, I feel like you repress your anger, okay? I feel like you're a bit of a hothead. And when you're angry, you take that anger into yourself. You take that anger and you really like hold on to it. You really just like keep it in. Here, I'll show you the cards that's giving me this. So you have the Knight of Pentacles, or sorry, the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Hermit. Yeah, I'm getting like you store it, you keep it to yourself, you let it build within you. You really let your anger build within you, and it kind of like isolates you from other people. It makes it so you can't really relate to people a lot of the time because you're just storing so much of your anger, or as well, your spontaneous impulses. So when you feel passion or desire for something, rather than expressing it outwardly, you store it inwards. You kind of like keep it in. is what I'm getting. And because of that, yeah, we'll see what else happens. Like, we're not doing because of it. Fuck. You get what I'm saying. I don't know, man. Okay, so yeah, you like keep this in. You keep your energy in. I feel like you have this very fiery, very expressive, passionate energy. And whenever it comes out, rather than finding an outlet, rather than using it, channeling it into something, you keep it in. You just really hold it inside yourself. You isolate it. And you isolate yourself from others because of that. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. So let's see here. This is how you can exalt this trait. Truth transcends illusion. Okay, interesting with the dragonfly spirit. Truth transcends illusion. I'm feeling like the truth of who you are in a given moment, if that's angry, if that's pissed off, if that's horny, you know, whatever it is, the truth of who you are in a given moment is easier for people to connect to than this held back version of you, than this illusion version of you that kind of keeps it together. Okay, so I'm getting that you kind of live in this place where you really hold things back and put on this illusion of how angry you are. And it's not necessarily to say, and it doesn't have to be necessarily anger. I'm just getting like when you get this influx of fire energy, which can sometimes turn into anger, can sometimes be passion, excitement, things like that. So I'm feeling like that is the truth of who you are sometimes. Sometimes that is really how you're feeling. And that is going to show more than this illusion, more than this cover up, no matter what you do, is kind of what I'm feeling here. So I feel like how can you exalt this trait is to be really honest about yourself when you're feeling these feelings. Try to be really honest and name the way you're feeling. You don't have to switch it around and express it differently. If this is your expression of this energy for right now or forever, it doesn't really matter. Try to be honest with yourself about what you're feeling in the given moment. Try to be honest with the people around you. If you're angry and you're putting on this really stoic face and pretending you're not, just tell the people you're angry. You don't have to start yelling at them. You know what I mean? Let the truth of you show is kind of what I'm seeing here. And it will be like, it'll be easier for people to connect with you because I feel like people will still connect with that energy. Like we still connect with people who are angry. We still connect with people that are passionate or excited. It's just like a different vibe. You know, you have to be in a different state, but we still relate and connect to that. Okay, let's see what else. So how is this trait serving you? Comfort and hearth. Okay, so I feel like it keeps you safe. It keeps you comfortable and safe. We have 1122 here. That could be a significant number for you, or 1111, 2222. But yeah, this trait is serving you because it keeps you really safe. It keeps you comfortable. It keeps you kind of where you feel the most warm, where you feel the most at home. Which is a good thing. I mean, look how cute this picture is. You got a little baby and a dog. So let's see what else comes out. What is the highest expression of this trait? Wow, we have the 9 of Wands in reverse right over the 9s. Okay. And the 9 of Cups. You guys, the number synchronicity lately is blowing my mind in readings. Every reading I've done in the last couple of days, it's just like all the numbers are crazy. Like, look at this. We got 3 9s all like in a row here. Some of them are upside down, whatever. They're all 9s. Anyways, it's crazy. So 999 may be significant to you. It may be the completion of a cycle that you're experiencing right now. I don't know, but let's continue. Sorry for getting a little bit excited there. So we have the 9 of Wands in reverse, followed by the 9 of Cups. What is the highest expression of this trait? I feel like the highest expression of this trait, victory. Okay, so I feel like you know which battles to fight. I feel like the highest expression of this trait is, you know, with this 9 of Cups, you know, when you see the options of when to express yourself and when to not, you have a lot more space and a lot more time within your being to kind of decide. You're not someone that is super explosive with your anger and going to, or with these passionate feelings. I keep going to anger because it's the easiest to make examples out of. But you're not someone who's super explosive and going to start a fight and a big problem right away. You're someone who can, because of this fortification, because of this strength you have around this kind of fiery energy, you're someone who can really consider which battles to fight, which things to go for, which things to not go for, which passions to follow, which passions not to follow. And I'm seeing that this gives you victory in a lot of situations. Yeah, this allows you to win the battles that you want to win. It allows you to come out on top a lot of the time because you don't really you don't lose your cool in the same way another person might lose their cool, even if it's just like in a positive way. You don't go as nuts as other people might go. You have this controlled sense about you. And because of that, you're more victorious in the things you do, or you have a higher chance for victory. I'm seeing you don't require outside support to make your decisions. You can choose really well. And again, like 9 of Cups is kind of like comfort as well. So it keeps you comfortable. You can confront when you feel like it or not feel like it. It's more like a conscious decision for you to use or not use this energy. So yeah, that's cool. Oh, okay. So yeah, we have the Hangman in reverse. So you're very controlled. It's like a controlled burn, basically. You know what I mean? Those are very useful. Let's see what else comes through. How can you exalt this trait? Okay, so we have the 5 of Wands in reverse and the 9 of Swords in reverse. You really need to let go of self-criticism, okay? I feel like you don't feel like you get as much acclaim or reward or support from outside people. Like, people don't really see how controlled you are. People don't really see how you're engaging with your energy in a different way. I'm getting that it goes unnoticed, and you kind of feel a little negative towards yourself because of that. So I'm seeing, in order to exalt this trait into its highest form, to use it to its highest benefit for you and the people around you, is to release that self-criticism, release that self-rejection, and that need to be exactly like other people, or that need to express like people you admire or other people you see. You know, maybe you wish you were more explosive with your anger. Maybe you wish you just went for things more full on and didn't have this kind of controlled planning energy, or careful energy. I feel like you're cautious and careful is more the vibe I'm picking up on here. That's okay. You're not meant to be exactly like everyone else. If you're looking for a way that you can reduce this self-rejection, one of the best things you can do is take this trait, so however you would say it to yourself, and write it on the top of a page, and then write all the positive things about that trait underneath it, or all the positive ways it can be used. And you make this list as long as you can until you feel good about it, until it no longer feels like a bad thing. So yeah, if you want to do that, I find that is such a useful exercise. Otherwise, whatever. You do you. Thank you so much for watching this reading, Pile Twos. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it benefited you in some way. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if it resonated, and subscribe to my channel if you feel like it. And I'll see you next time. Peace out. Welcome, Pile Threes. Welcome to your reading. If you picked this little heart crystal, then you are in the right place. let's find out what your worst or kind of most negative trait right now is. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Emperor. Ooh, okay. So I feel like here that you're pretty passive, okay, when it comes to things, when it comes to making things happen for you, when it comes to making life how you want it to be, you're pretty passive, okay? You kind of want other people to make your life work. You kind of want other people to make things make sense. Like, you see how they're both kind of just chilling and then the Emperor is directing people? I feel like you're almost directing the people in your life to accommodate you or to work around you. I feel like you don't put as much as your physical energy or action power into life. You kind of take a passive approach. And there's a little bit, I'm getting like a little bit of an expectation that other people will do things for you. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting. I don't know how I would put that into like a one word trait, but hopefully you get the image of what that is. Just kind of like needing other people to do it for you, kind of passively waiting. You want to be in this like receptive, lovely, flowy, intuitive energy all the time. And you want other people to kind of do that fiery work for you. You want to tell them what to do, how to do it. You don't necessarily want to engage in that process all the time. Of course, this doesn't have to be like every moment of the day, but sometimes, you know what I mean? Okay, so how can you exalt this? Sorry, I got confused for a second. How can you exalt this trait? Canary spirit, sing your own song. Okay. I'm feeling like use it. Honestly, like I'm feeling like don't be afraid to own it. Rather than, just do this and kind of tell yourself you're not doing it or do it a little bit less, own it. Own that this is something that you do, that you do have the power to direct other people, that you do have the power to make them want to help you, to make them want to help your life look good and be good. And don't be afraid to sing your own song and express this trait fully. If you want to be this receptive, gentle, passive energy, connect with people in your life who want to be that action energy, who want to do things for you, who want to actually play into that dynamic. So rather than say it's not there or connect with people who don't really want that, find people that want that dynamic and connect to those people. Use this trait. This is a good trait. I mean, this is the point of the video, is exalting your trait, but this is what I'm seeing. You can actually use this really well. And if you've been around people who have told you that, I don't know, maybe you've heard that you're needy before, maybe that you've heard that you've had high expectations, basically the stuff that I said at the start. You're hearing this from people who can't meet your expectations, from people who can't meet those needs, from people who are not created to align with that harmoniously. It doesn't mean that this trait is wrong. Just because they cannot live up to that, just because they cannot meet you there, does not mean this is wrong. It means you need to find the place and the people who can meet you there. Because being in this Queen of Cups energy, being emotionally aware and intuitive, being tuned into nature, to spirit, to things like that, those are all very useful and beautiful traits as well. And there are people who will benefit from those traits and wish to serve you with their traits. So this is kind of what I'm seeing. Express it. Don't be afraid to own it. You know what I mean? The Queen of Cups is gracious. She's kind. Try to own it in that way. You don't have to be aggressive and only let it out when you're angry or only let it out when you're moody or in a negative state. Own it in a way that's pleasant, in a way that invites people to do things for you and lets you be this kind of passive, looked after person. Okay, and here, this is how it's serving you. Endurance and rock. Ooh, that is not what I was expecting. Both these colors are like very blue, so I'm getting you could have like a blue indigo aura. May resonate for some of you. Endurance and rock. Okay, so I feel like this actually makes you really stable. This actually makes you capable of handling more than you think because you have people that can support you, that you can rely upon. And by directing things to be how you need them to be, by directing people to create what you need them to create, you are creating this solid form of endurance, this really powerful foundation that can support you in your openness. I'm feeling like you can be open when things are really hard, when things are really sad, when things are really scary. You can be open to this if you're supported. You can be receptive and intuitive and emotionally aware and available for those moments when you're supported, when you have that strong endurance. So how is this serving you? It's giving you endurance and support, especially in this time. It's, I do feel a vibe of people kind of want to do things for you. Maybe not everyone, maybe not people when you were a child or growing up, but there are definitely people who want to do things for you. Okay. So let's see what else comes through for what is the highest expression of this trait. It doesn't make you weak. Like, that's just something I feel like I have to say. It doesn't make you weak to need other people. In fact, it makes you a rock. Anyways. Okay, let's see what the highest expression of this trait is. Okay, so we have the Devil card. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. We have the Eight of Wands in reverse. And the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm feeling like you can really dive into the spiritual world. You can really let go and feel things that others can't quite feel. You don't have to be as materially focused. The highest expression of this trait is not for you to necessarily go out and secure a fat bag, make a lot of money, right? The highest expression of this trait is for you to be able to feel and tune into that emotional, intuitive world. I am seeing that you get a lot out of being relaxed and in a calm state. You build a lot of energy this way with this Eight of Wands in reverse. In periods of slowness or stagnation, you can thrive. And then, yeah, we have the Devil. So I'm seeing like, you can positively manipulate people. You know how to use people correctly. And so use them for what they want to be used for. Use them for the way that they enjoy being used. Don't use them in, negative ways. Use them in positive ways. Own the fact that you can use people and try to do it consciously and with awareness, and where it's understanding what people want and what people are good at and using them for that. That's kind of what I'm getting. It just sounds bad to even like say using people, but that is the point, is that we have been taught certain things are bad, certain things are wrong, when bad and wrong are just human concepts, and things just are. They just are how they are. So you can take manipulation and you can do it in a really harmful, negative way. You can use people for your own benefit with no regard for them, and it can come out really bad. And we tend to focus on what's bad and what's wrong in our society versus what's good and what's beautiful. And being able to use people in a positive way is very beautiful. It's a very good trait. It's like being able to organize. It's like being able to be a good manager, or, have a group and orient them into the right place for each person. It is a good trait. Yeah, so let's keep going with the reading. How can you alchemize this trait into its highest good, into the exaltation point? Okay, so we have the King of Wands and we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, so I'm feeling like really master it. Okay, learn how to master this skill. Learn how to master this as a actual tangible skill. I am seeing try to release self-criticism with the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Guess that's easier said than done, but reducing that self-criticism and really mastering this, treating it as a genuine skill, okay? And mastering it like the King of Wands. That is how you will exalt this into its highest form that is beneficial to you and the people around you. With this Knight of Swords energy in reverse, I am getting that you don't really have to be strategic with this. This is a little bit of trial and error. This is a learning process. Okay, so reduce that self-criticism, that rejection of yourself, and let yourself learn. Learn how to use this in a way that is beneficial, in a way that feels good for your whole being. Okay? That's what I'm seeing for you, Pile 3. You can let me know if it resonated in the comments. If you want to, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace out. Welcome, Pile 4. If you picked the pyrite crystal, then you are in the right place. Let's find out what your worst or kind of like most negative trait right now is. So we have Judgment and the Three of Cups in reverse. So yeah, what I'm seeing here is you may be a bit judgmental. Okay, like to have judgment, like that's pretty straightforward. You may be a little bit judgmental. I'm seeing that you're very aware of what you do not like in other people, what you approve of and what you don't approve of. And you kind of watch other people sometimes with a little bit of distaste or judgment in your being. I am seeing that you kind of like expect a lot from people. You want them to meet this standard. And when they don't, you're kind of like, you're very aware of it. You have a judgmental eye. You have a critical eye. I keep seeing like an eye looking through something. You're very clear in your judgments of people, but sometimes they can come off harsh. I feel like you're not really down for, you know, pleasure seeking or things that are fun just for the sake of fun. You kind of judge those behaviors. Okay, so this is the trait. Let's see, how can you exalt this? So you have Eagle Spirit. Spirit has your back. So with the eagle, I'm feeling like don't be afraid to like fly above other people. Like how can you exalt this? You can use this to make you better. You can use your judgments to make you the best you can be or put you the highest you can go, the freest you can be until you're like this eagle soaring in the sky. You can let it make you greater than that which you judge. You can let it push you forward. I'm seeing like when you really look into your own judgments and you apply them to yourself as well, you can grow from them in a huge way. So this trait does make you like a literal fucking eagle. It makes you soar high. Okay, so how is this serving you? Purity and ice. Okay, so I feel like you are like a very pure person. Yeah, like that's so straightforward. Purity. I feel like you're really aligned with your personal sense of right or wrong, justice, integrity, your morals. You're very aware of them and you stick to them. You might not be someone who like consumes a lot of substances. Ooh, and I just see we have 333, which means that the ascended masters are with you and you literally have spirit has your back. So spirit has your back. Anywho, yeah, you might not consume a lot of substances, so you might be really healthy as well. Like purity can just be like not too much corruption, not too much of something else, you know, like a pure element. It's all that one element. It's not like a bunch of different things mixed up. Hopefully this is making sense to you. Okay, let's see what else comes through. So yeah, it's giving you a certain sense of purity, clarity. Okay, so what is the highest expression of this trait? Okay, so we have the Six of Cups in reverse, the King of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Interesting. So I feel like this liberates you. Okay, the highest expression of this trait is to really master yourself with this King of Cups, to master your emotional and intuitive world, to master your personal energy. I feel like you really free yourself from things that other people are stuck on, things like addictions or just negative habits. You're really free from that. You're liberated. Okay, with this Two of Wands here. The highest expression of this trait is not to trust your judgments immediately, but to use them to free and better yourself. So the highest expression of this trait is when you see your judgments as yours. Okay. And rather making it externally the other person's problem, rather making it that they're wrong, you take that judgment and you use it to better yourself and free yourself further. Okay. So that's what I'm getting with the Six of Cups in reverse. Don't trust your judgment right away. Don't immediately think that you may be seeing it accurately, you may be right, but try not to put it on that other person. If that makes sense. Let's see what else comes through here. So, yeah, how can you alchemize this trait? How can you turn it to its highest form? Okay, so we have Death in reverse and the Page of Swords in reverse. So with Death in reverse, I am really getting like this introspective kind of Scorpio vibe. Taking it inwards, using it, like really going into the darkness of judgment, really going into the darkness that you see in others, as more of a kind of introspective, meditative experience, and learning from it. We have this Page of Swords here, learning from it, letting it show you things, bringing your awareness to it. You might have the ability to understand people's minds really well if you dive into this, into your judgments really deeply. I am seeing like use it for your own transformation. Use it to make yourself how you want to be. And try not to use it on other people or expect other people to live up to that when sometimes they can't. Take it inward. If the sword, okay, so the sword in tarot is all about intellect. It's all about analysis, analytical mind. Take that sword and turn it inward. If you get what I'm saying, self-analyze, self-analytical. That sword of judgment, take it on yourself. Okay, you have this powerful ability to really rise up if you want to. Spirit is backing you. Like, you can get really free. You can get really high. Get high. Yeah. Just kidding. You can, though. And so I'm feeling like learn how to use this for your own advantage. You learn how to use it for yourself. And it will really benefit you. And that's what I'm seeing. So thank you, pal, for hopefully you enjoyed this reading. Let me know in the comments if it resonated. Like this video if you want to. Subscribe to my channel. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.